Let's welcome in our powerhouse panel for some reaction. We start with the former Lieutenant Governor of New York. Betsy McCoy is with us. Best-selling author and political analyst Mark Halperin is here. And National Advisory Board member for Project 21, Christopher Arps, here as well. Good morning to all. Will Andrew Cuomo resign? Let's rewind the clock to 1 month ago here on our Wake Up America panels and hear what the great Mark Halperin had to say about the possibility of the then governor of New York stepping aside.
I think that he needs to resign.
Yeah.
I agreed with 80% of what Amy said. Usually I'm closer to 100. The one thing is he started out by saying everybody thought he was going to resign. No one I know who knows Andrew Cuomo thought he was going to resign before. Nobody I know thinks he's going to resign now.
Chris,
this is his life.
We have the sound. Chris Arps said, I think he'll be impeached. Ba-ba-da-ba. Survey says. Oh, Mark, your microphone's not on, unless you're doing that deliberately. Yeah, that's good. Chris, by the way, you did call it properly. You said that Governor Cuomo would resign. He resigned August 24th. Betsy, I'm wondering if this is now an opportunity for the administration to fire Dr. Fauci, finally, because this would be the perfect opportunity, an off-ramp for Fauci, a sacrificial lamb, and that would shift the news cycle in a huge way away from Afghanistan.
Well, I know I disagree with Mark on this. I think that Dr. Fauci should resign. He lied to Congress. He supported the funding of the Wuhan lab. It showed such a naivete about American interests. He victimized us by allowing us to become victims of China's militarily driven investigation of viruses and manipulation of viruses. For that, he should be forced to resign.
Mark,
can I have
volume working?
Can I have till 9 o'clock to correct the record?
Please do. I'm going to get you on the record right now. What do you think about Fauci?
Okay, so,
do they show him the off-ramp, though? Let's get you on that first. Then we can talk about Cuomo.
First on the Cuomo thing. That was before the Attorney General's report came out. I can only tell you what my sources say on any given morning. It's not a guarantee.
That's not the way this program works. Over time. This telecast, we are a fact-based telecast here.
At the day I said that, it was true. It just changed over time.
Chris, you and I were right.
Betsy, I didn't say Fauci shouldn't resign one way or the other. What I said was I don't think they'll fire him. Because I don't think they'll fire him, because I think Joe Biden doesn't like to fire anybody. And they think Fauci's doing, as we like to say, a heck of a job.
Okay, so here it is. Once again, here we go. Let's mark the date, September the 8th, 8:10 a.m. on the East. I think they let Dr. Fauci go. I think this gets worse for him. I think he's back on Capitol Hill. I think, like I said last hour, this is catnip for Rand Paul. I think Dr. Fauci is what gives the administration the opportunity to shift the news cycle away from all the bad press, whether it's the border, inflation, or, of course, Afghanistan. Betsy, your take, and then we'll go right down the line.
Well, I'd like to jump in and say they should also fire General Milley and the defense secretary.
I'm with you there. Good point. Yes. Mark?
It's just not Joe Biden's style. And the reality is, just from pure political point of view, if they fire Dr. Fauci, it doesn't solve a single problem that they have.
But do you think they do? That's a no, I guess?
No, they're not going to fire Dr. Fauci. That one I'll be immutable on.
Chris, you ready? I don't know what that means. Chris, you've been right before. Will you be right again?
I don't know if they'll so much fire Fauci, but maybe they'll force him out. He is 80 years old, and maybe he wants to, quote unquote, spend more time with his family.
Yes. Masked, of course. Quickly, I just wanted to get your take on this heckling of Joe Biden. Yesterday, the president was heckled in New Jersey. Emerald just shared that sound with us. And then he chose to respond to it, I believe, in Queens. He was in one of the 5 boroughs yesterday looking at some of the damage. And somebody in the limo or the helicopter, however he got there, said, listen, you got to address the heckling. It's very unusual to see the American people heckling a president in that situation, when the president's in the role of consoler-in-chief, assessing storm damage. Take a look at how the president chose to address these hecklers.
None of them were shouting or complaining. Every one of them were thanking me as if it was something special. I mean it sincerely, that I was here, and hoped that we'd be able to do something.
Preposterous.
All right, I'll do it again. Let's say you're just tuning in. Let's play the sound of the hecklers. Let's see if they were thanking him. Take a look. Judge for yourself.
And I'm an immigrant, and I'm proud of this country. I give my sad. It's sad that America has come to this. It's sad.
The quote there at the end, it's sad that America's come to this. Mark, does that sound like those folks in New Jersey are really thrilled with the president, his performance?
As Betsy will tell you, Rob, in Jersey, we call that a Sopranos thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Phenomenal series, by the way. I got to rewatch
Well done,
that.
Mark.
Betsy, what do you make of that? And we saw it this weekend, and I'm wondering, the NFL starts their season tomorrow night. We had 6 stadiums chanting anti-Joe Biden stuff, college football on Saturday. That's really unusual. You might see it here and there, but not 6 stadiums?
Interesting. In the past, we've been discussing whether football players should take a knee. But now Biden has our entire country on its knees because of his retreat from Afghanistan.
Passion.
That's where we are.
Passion. Absolutely. I'm with you. Chris, we have about 15 seconds. I know that you're in St. Louis. I also understand there's going to be a very, very special, solemn moment happening today, I believe, on I-70 there.
Correct. Very somber moment. Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz, who was one of the soldiers that was killed in the attack at the airport, is coming home today. There has been a tremendous amount of outpouring and love for that family. They're going to shut down the Highway 70. Rob, you know 70 is the main thoroughway through Missouri. Yep. That's going to be shut down for 12 miles to the funeral home in order to honor this fine young man.
Well, we are thinking about his family today. I-70 connects Kansas City and St. Louis, and that will be a somber moment. And like I've said all along, we've got a January 6th committee. There should be an August 26th committee as well. Panel, really enjoyed the conversation this morning. Look forward to having you on again very soon. Betsy, we'll see you tomorrow. Great conversation as always.